Once upon a time, there used to be a very beautiful and enthralling village near a very peaceful river. In that village, there lived a young, merciful and gullible boy named Jordan. Jordan was the only son to his parents. He was so gullible that even a boy of 10 years old could fool him. Jordan had big dreams and aspirations in his life, and he was completely determined to achieve them no matter what obstacles come his way. He was prepared to cope with them. However, his life was filled with many toxic people who did not want Jordan to make any progress and achieve any achievements in his life. Jordan soon realized that there were people in his life who were constantly bringing him down from reaching where he always wanted to reach. These were the toxic people who constantly criticized, belittled, discouraged him. Most of these toxic people were no other than his friends, relatives and neighbors who were always envious of him. At first, Jordan tried to ignore these toxic people and continued to pursue his dreams. But as time went on, their negativity started to affect his confidence and motivation. He began to doubt himself and his abilities. These toxic people were bringing him down, and he knew that he had to do something about it. One day Jordan had made up his mind to confront the toxic people of his life. He told them how their negativity and negative talks were affecting him and that he could no longer tolerate it. Some of them were apologetic, while others continued to be toxic. Jordan realized that cutting himself off from the toxic people was not easy for him, but it was necessary for his well-being and success. From that day on, Jordan made a conscious effort to surround himself with supportive and positive people who could motivate and inspire him through his journey. One day, when Jordan was sitting under a large tree near the beautiful pond of his village, a few of his negative friends who had become so much rich in their lives, approached Jordan and began to ask what he had thought to do in the near future and what he had done in his life so far. At this time, Jordan could say nothing to them, but he knew this in his heart, that those friends were his ill-wishers in the guise of his friends. That's why he said nothing to them about his future plans. But somewhere or the other, it had hurt Jordan's feelings. Now, he was getting ambiguous about his dreams and aspirations. Being disturbed by all this, Jordan thought to approach an old wise Zen master to seek his guidance and support that could sail his boat of life through the ocean of life. And about whom one of his very good friends had told him. The Zen master used to reside peacefully with his disciples in his monastery, nestled among the high and wider valleys. The wise old Zen master was very renowned for his guidance, profound wisdom and deep knowledge. After covering the arduous journey to the monastery, Jordan finally reached there. Having reached there, Jordan saw that the Zen master had already been engaged in solving the problems and sufferings of the people troubled by life. Jordan bowed respectfully before the master and sat down. When Jordan's turn came, he told the whole happening to the master. He said to the master, "Sir, people taunt, discourage, belittle and disrespect me whenever and wherever they find any opportunity." At first, the master went on listening to all this and then smiled gently and said, "Jordan, people start getting jealous of you, they start belittling and speaking ill to you, when they find you better than themselves. When they see you're getting ahead of them all in life. Jordan, you must be happy that people are jealous of you, say bad things to you, discourage you. This shows that somewhere, you are ahead of those people in the race of life." On this, Jordan said, "Sir, however, please teach and guide me how I can avoid and handle these plaguey and peace-disturbing people in my life." On this, the Zen master said to Jordan, "Jordan, my son, many people face the problem of toxic people in their life. Toxic people are those who are negative, rude, mean or dishonest. They try to bring others down or hurt them with their words and actions. They create a lot of stress and unhappiness in others' life. That's why, today, I will tell you 3 best ways to keep the toxic people away from your life and live a peaceful life. Then listen carefully, Jordan. The first best way to remove bad and toxic people from your life is that, never give your undivided attention to them. At first, these people will hurt you with their negative words and actions and then later ask you if you got hurt. So, if you really want to live a peaceful life where there should be no toxic elements, no negativity, then you have to put your whole attention on what you want to do in your life, and don't let anything distract you from doing it. Just focus only on what is important to you and what you have control over. Jordan, when we are focused on our work, our priorities, then we don't have the time to see all the drama around us. We don't have the time to notice the mistakes of others. Jordan, my son, wherever you go, you will surely find such toxic people who will always try to bring you down to their level. After imparting the first lesson to Jordan, the Zen master started telling the second best way to handle the toxic people and the people who don't like us. Jordan, my son, wherever you find any toxic people around you, then never respond to them. This is the best reply to them from our side. Just keep yourself engaged in what's best for you, what's best for your present and future. The more you pay attention to what these people say, the more you will trouble yourself, the more you will break yourself from within. That's why you have to make yourself strong both inside and outside so that whenever you come across a bad person, you will be ready for it. They were always toxic before you and they will be toxic after you. Jordan, my child, you don't have to make room for people who cause you pain, sufferings, or make you feel small. It's one thing if a person owns up to their behavior and makes an effort to change. But if a person disregards your feelings, ignores your boundaries and continues to treat you in a harmful way, then they need to go. Jordan, always remember that the toxic people may come from your family too. It is not necessary that negative and toxic people meet us outside, sometimes it also happens that we encounter these people in our own house or in relation. These people are generally self-centered and self-absorbed. They just think about themselves. They do only those things which are good to them at the expense of others. They are a manipulator. They just know how to get the job done. After this, the Zen master begins to impart the third and the last valuable lesson about the toxic people to the troubled Jordan. The Zen master says to Jordan, learn the art of letting go if you really want to deal with the toxic people in your life. When you let go of the toxic people in your life, you will find that life becomes so much easier. Jordan, my child, until you let go of all the toxic people in your life, you will never be able to grow into your fullest potential. So let them go so that you can grow and live happily. Jordan, sometimes, you have to let people go because they are toxic to you, they are toxic to the peace of your mind. So, let them go because they take and in the end, they leave you empty. That's why it becomes very necessary for us to let these toxic and negative people get out of our life, because in the ocean of life, when all you are trying to do is stay afloat, they are the anchor that's drowning you. Jordan, you never ever have to feel guilty about removing toxic people from your life. It doesn't matter whether someone is a relative, romantic interest, childhood friend, or a new acquaintance. You don't have to make any room for the people who make you feel bad, who make you feel broken from inside, who always try to disregard your feelings, and who always disliked and disrespected you and your emotions. You are good to them until you are working for them. And as soon as you stop working for them, they will not remember what you did for them. All they will remember is what you didn't do for them. Such people use innocent people to get their work done, and when their work is completed, they do not even ask those people about their well-being. Let's just say these people are mean and selfish right from the beginning. That's why, try to keep yourself away from these toxic people as much as possible, because these people themselves are of negative energy and they also affect other people with their negative energy and actions. Saying all this and by giving 3 valuable lessons to Jordan about how to handle the toxic people in life, the Zen master closes his divine eyes and begins to meditate again. Jordan gets up and thanked the master for imparting him these 3 invaluable teachings about the toxic people, moreover for his guidance and spiritual support. After bowing down respectfully before the master, Jordan returned from there. Now whenever Jordan encountered any negative person or toxic people in his village or anywhere else, he never responded to them, nor thought about what those negative elements were saying about him, whether it was good or bad. Slowly, by taking control of his relationships and surrounding himself with the positivity, Jordan was able to overcome the obstacles in his way and achieve his goals he always wanted to achieve. I hope you liked this motivational story,